President Vladimir Putin's thinly veiled threat to use nuclear weapon after Russian setbacks in Ukraine was dangerous and reckless rhetoric. NATO Secretary General said on Wednesday, adding that the only way to end the war was to prove Moscow will not win on the battlefield. Jens Stoltenberg also told Reuters in an interview Putin's announcement of Russia's first military mobilization since World War II would escalate the conflict and cost more lives. But the NATO chiefs added it also represented evidence that Putin had made a big mistake with Russia's decision to invade its neighbor on February 24th. Stoltenberg, speaking to Reuters editor on the margin of annual United Nations General Assembly meeting, said the 30 nations Western Defense Alliance will stay calm and not engage in same kind of reckless and dangerous nuclear rhetoric as President Putin. The only way to end this war is to prove that President Putin will not win the battlefield when he realizes that he has to sit down and negotiate a reasonable agreement with Ukraine. In an address to Russians earlier, Putin announced he would call up 30,000 reservists to fight in Ukraine and backed a plan to annex parts of the country. Hinting to West he was pampered. Hinting to West he was prepared to use nuclear weapons to defend Russia. If the territorial integrity of our country is threatened, we will use all available means to protect our people. This is not a bluff, Putin said. Russia possesses a lot of weapons to reply. Putin's speech followed mounting casualties and battlefield setbacks for Russian forces, who have been driven from areas they had captured in northeast Ukraine in a Ukrainian counteroffensive this month and are bogged down in the south. The speech of President Putin demonstrated that the war is not going according to President Putin's plan, Stoltenberg said. He made big mistake, strategic mistake, Stoltenberg said to Putin, while making a grim prediction. More troops will escalate the conflict, and that will means more suffering, more loss of life, Ukrainian lives, but also Russian lives too. Putin offering no evidence that officials in NATO member states had threatened to use nuclear weapon against Russia, and that Russia also has various means of destruction. NATO has not seen any chance in Russian nuclear posture and readiness, Stoltenberg said, but added that the key was to prevent such escalation. We will make sure that there is no misunderstanding in Moscow about the seriousness of using nuclear weapon, and that the reason why we have been so clear in our communication with Russia about the unprecedented consequences about the fact that nuclear war cannot be won by Russia. Stoltenberg said that although Russia troops were ill-equipped and lacked proper command and control, it was hard to see the conflict ending in short term as long as Russia refused to accept that Ukraine is a sovereign and independent nation. Stoltenberg expressed confidence that throughout the Western Alliance will stay united. We prepared for a hard winter. The winter is coming. It's going to be hard for all of us, but the answer is not to step down and to stop supporting Ukraine? The answer, if anything, is to step up and further support Ukraine. As NATO prepared for long haul in dealing with Putin, it was now in close dialogue with the defense industry to build back its stock of weapons and ammunition. We have reduced a lot of stocks. We need to stock to be prepared. That's the reason why we are now deeply engaging with the industry. Stoltenberg once again expressed confidence that the NATO membership of Sweden and Finland, which applied to join the alliance in aftermath of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, would be ratified even as Turkey continued to express concern over the move. NATO does not see China as an adversary, Stoltenberg said, but expressed growing concern over Beijing's increasingly closer cooperation with Moscow on military exercise and in diplomatic domain. China is the part of the security challenge we need to face today. Stoltenberg, who previously served as Norway Prime Minister, has held the post of NATO Secretary General since 2015. NATO alliance in March extended his mandate in the post to September 2023.